the lad. Nearly around mine now.
Hi, come on.
Go on,
Okay,
no.
go on.
Right,
Alright. What we're doing,
So I just thought we'd fucking get on the podcast scene.
You were reading that when you were saying to listen to the music, like, that's that all I'm listening to is the music, yeah, like, is that what you were listening to?
A bit I'm trying to tune out a bit. But
I can't even tune in, he has the MC's rocking the show.
should we take the mood?
Maybe it's like,
We're just... But then it might just be awkward though.
I feel like I've just met you.
I know.
I feel like I don't even know you. It was this one guy,
Hey.
Aye.
And
No, so basically, we're gonna start doing this if everyone wants to listen to it. Probably don't even want to listen to it now, but either way, if no one wants to listen to it, it'll be nice for us to look back on anyway, won't it?
I know that's it.
And obviously, eventually, I was saying Lila before, right? I was saying, even if it doesn't do anything, this will be a nice way when I eventually go home to every month, maybe just give you a ring and just do it anyway.
Record one.
Aye.
I was a bit nervous about my thought it was just like, who the fuck's gonna sit and want to listen to me? Sit and talk shite, like whatever, that's interesting to say, do you know what I mean? Other than maybe we're close pals.
But now Lila says literally, it was like just randomly, like maybe 3 weeks ago, she goes, I've been listening to these two Irish lads talking, doing a podcast and that, talking about nothing really, they're just funny to listen to. And then I was thinking, well, if two Irish lads can do it, why can't we do it?
Two Geordie lads.
And do you know what else I was thinking as well? I was thinking, maybe we should do a couple of subtitles on the bottom as well. Because not everyone can understand what we're saying. Maybe it's good subtitle, like.
Especially if there's any Aussies at that watching.
Aye. So this weekend, we've got all the fighting and we've got Robbie Lawler fighting fucking Nick Diaz back in the session.
Mm-hmm.
And
how many years out of the cage?
Oh, fuck Naz, but he got done for the weed, didn't he?
That's ridiculous in itself.
Well, yeah, because he's done for the weed, and now in America, it's not even.
And
it's not even a thing where
you see them like at the post-fight press conferences, sitting puffing on them fucking shisha fucking.
Nick Diaz coming in with fucking full-on vape and stone as a bat.
Sparking up at the press conferences and that.
High as a kite.
So it's mad that he was banned all them years ago. Like, you think he should be commentator or something?
But did you hear what he was saying? Did you see the press with him or not?
I've seen bits.
He was saying he doesn't even know why he's fighting Robbie Lawler and all that. He says he wants to get straight in and fight Kamaru Usman.
Oh, I did see that, aye.
I don't know about that, like.
Aye.
Usman fucking snap his head off.
And that was
I hope he does. I hope Nick Diaz does fucking. I like Robbie Lawler and that, but I hope Nick Diaz does. Burst him,
do you think Robbie Lawler's gonna win, or do you think Nick?
I don't know, like, because Robbie Lawler's an mug, like, is he?
Nah.
But neither's Nick Diaz, but he's been that long out of it.
I know, that's it. In
He's got a point to prove,
activity, sometimes it shows, doesn't it, when someone's been out for a while and they come back and they're not like Conor McGregor, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but what about Fury? What about Fury though?
Aye.
And that's different sport now.
Fury, you know, obviously a long time at the ring, that's just another story altogether, isn't it? Like, but he had a few like easier fights, I would say, before he had the big fight. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't straight in for like a title fight or like a big fight, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Just a couple of warm-up fights.
Couple of warm-up fights, I think he took Wilder's face off, didn't he? Twice.
Both fights, aye.
But the first one he obviously got the drug.
Aye. I watched both fights this week actually, and I think he was in danger a few times, like in the first fight especially, but I do think other than like 2 rounds, I think Fury's won every round that they fought against Shiva. So what's that, 12 rounds, and then what do 6 rounds a second?
4, but 6
rounds. Out of 18 rounds.
By the end of the 6th one, like what I was saying earlier on, like, I felt bad for Deontay Wilder, like, because I was worried in case he was going to end up dead, me. Blood pissing with his lug and all that.
I know. He was like wobbly on his legs, fucking. He was bleeding from his ear. He just got a pure hand, didn't he? He just. And nowadays, so.
He looked like he was in the takeaway in the tune, didn't he? Doing the bottom of the big market, waiting on his next blow. He was waiting on the police to break it up.
And I think, like, I've not seen all of his fights, to be fair, so I can't really like have a proper full comment, but from what I have seen, he's never really been under that kind of pressure before. And as soon as he was, And I just Fury out the gate, just coming out swinging, pushing him back the whole way. He didn't really know what to do.
Shit, he sounded
He's used to being like the aggressor, isn't he?
Shit, he sounded like
there might have been other fights where that's happened as well, but I've not seen them like that. From where I was.
No, he fought that fucking, who was it, man? The Ortiz.
Ortiz, aye.
And Ortiz was so close to beating him, man. He got sparked. Aye, got sparked out in the last fucking. The last round.
Was his fight before he fought Fury, wasn't it? I think so. It was around the same time, I remember. It was a few months earlier, I'm sure.
It wasn't in between, was it not?
It was before Fury. It was
did he fight in between or not?
I don't think Wilder fought between.
Well, maybe talking loads of shit, ain't it?
Get the fight record up on Wikipedia.
It might have been in between, you know. Did he fight him twice? I think he fought him twice.
He fought
Ortiz twice, aye.
I don't know.
What will I remember Wilder fight record?
Just type in Wilder. Do you want to hear Wilder on Wikipedia? And if you scroll down, it's got the fight record.
Right.
Professional boxing record or something, it'll say.
We look like Joe Rogan, yeah, we're bringing up the stats. Get the what's it called? Get techno on in the corner. Where is it?
Now when you scroll down, it's all the different.
His professional boxing record.
There you go.
So he's got Fury twice.
So it was Fury.
And then it was Ortiz before that.
I thought so. Has he fought Ortiz twice?
I think he has. Aye. So he beat him.
Aye.
And then he beat him. And then he fought. Oh, there. He fought Ortiz. Then he fought Fury. Then he fought Dominic Brazil.
Did he?
Which he burst him, aye. And then he fought Ortiz.
So he had Fury 2 fights and then Fury again.
So he fought Ortiz, then Fury, then Brazil, then Ortiz, and then Fury again.
Oh, fuck no.
There you go. I thought he fought him in between.
Maybe it was the first Ortiz fight I've seen then, because I could swear it was before he fought Fury the first time.
It was the second time. He fought Fury, and then after that he fought Ortiz, and then he got burst.
Because I remember that Ortiz fight, I can't remember if it was the first or second, but that Ortiz was winning, and then out of nowhere, bang, he just dropped him.
Like he does.
And that's it, that's the scary thing, isn't it? Like, he's like, nowhere near a level of boxer as what Fury is, in my opinion. Like, Fury's a much superior, like, technical boxer. I know how he moves, and his speed, and his agility, and his footwork, and, you know, his skill and all that. But I would say Wilder's a better fighter, whereas Fury's a better boxer, you know what I mean? He comes in. I was watching that fight the other day, man. Some of the windmills that Wilder's swinging with, and missing the fucking.
It looks
horrendous. Like,
it looks ridiculous.
His technique's terrible.
But can you imagine if one of them caught you? I'd be dead for 3 weeks.
I know it's fucking a big shot, like, and that's the thing. That's why it's an interesting fight, you know what I mean? Like, still, like, it's an interesting fight because.
I wish you never even given you a fucking rematch, mate.
It's like with Wilder, it's like don't blink, you know what I mean? Because lights out like that. But,
wasn't Fury saying that on his interview though? Was he not just saying fucking? He didn't have a clue what had hit him. He says when you get hit with a good punch. And I've been fucking sparked on the big market before. Honestly, I was skipping up the big market. Me and me mate Chrissy Nichols, we were skipping up the big market. Not Chrissy. We were skipping up the big market, holding hands.
Chrissy Nichols.
We must have looked fucking stupid, like, I wouldn't say the word that we did look, you know what I mean? But we're skipping up the big market, holding hands. Well, only about 20, early 20s, I did. And the last thing I remember is seeing some big cunt full of the juice. He jumped out of his mates, like, just stepped out, nutted us straight on the chin. And that's the last thing I remember. The next thing I'll be teeth and all that, I'll chip the fuck because of that.
That's it, like, when you get hit with a headshot, you didn't feel it, it's just lights out. You wake up and you're like, what the fuck happened there? But if you get hit with a body shot, though, that's another story. So you kind breathe.
I'll clip you with a fucking body shot. I'm surprised you didn't clip Cass with a body shot after that hairpiece.
Oh, hey.
We're both away. got lockdown
haircuts on the go.
Aye, 4 months in.
4 months in, 2 lockdown haircuts. It looks, that's why I'm
it doesn't even look that bad.
This is why I'm sitting with the cam on this side, because look at this side.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't even look that bad.
Tell you what,
looks like you look like one of them blinders.
She's no barber though, but it's better than it was, to be fair though. Fuck me, man. That's what I'm looking forward to most, mate, is a good fucking haircut.
Good haircut, good paint in the bar. What else? Gone to the gym.
Gone to the gym.
What else? Pictures. Gone to the fucking meal at the restaurant. Get a good meal in you.
That's it, man. Just like more things to do on the weekend, innit? Like,
aye. Wait, nowadays, nah, man. Look, we're fucking talking shite.
This is what we've resorted to.
Going on the game and that. Look like a pair of idiots. Fucking. There'll be people across there thinking, look at them fucking idiots. They think they're fucking podcasters.
Watch this, think, look at them fucking idiots.
I know, they think they're famous, the lads. That was one of the things, you know, that made me not want to do this, because I just thought, people's going to look at that and think, hey, you see them, they want to be famous. But you know what it is, I couldn't give a fuck what anyone thinks, fuck them, eh? Aye. My biggest worry before, like now, is just wondering what next to say. But me and he could sit for hours on end and not fucking, not wondering the things to say, just come the cameras on you and that's all. But
I just say, if nothing else, it could just be a bit of a laugh that we've had and something to look back on. But you never know, nothing ventured, nothing gained, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Never regret the things that you do, you know, the risks that you take, you regret the things that you didn't try, you know what I mean?
Aye, that's it. But I know we'll keep on talking about fighting and we're never, as much as we're literally, do you want to be on? We haven't planned this at all. Like, we literally got pissed, 3 weeks ago and said, oh, we should do a podcast, and we did make a few notes, but we never backed it up, and we never
I thought
we never expanded. We never expanded.
I thought it was just drunk talk, mate. I didn't think it was going to happen.
Aye.
Yeah, we are.
But we never expanded on the notes. That was it. I can see that we've got notes there now, but
intended to
we didn't even look at them.
Bullet points. It's just all empty.
Aye. But one thing on the top there.
There's some good topics in your mind.
Aye, we'll refer to them in a bit. But you know, we're back on about the fight and that, and we never intended on this to be an hour of talking about fighting, but fuck me. What?
We labour rally.
Do you want a fucking labour rally?
Well done,
have you got one?
What's the man? Next one.
Aye. Labour, that's the one, isn't it? Labour's a bit of lime or a bit of lemon, you know? But what about Jake Paul though? That's what I was saying, like Jake Paul giving it the big one all the time.
He
was literally the because it was 3 weeks ago we thought, oh, we're gonna do a podcast like we're talking about Jake Paul.
Didn't he have any that time?
He was just fighting, aye. I think he was fighting the next day. We got pissed on Saturday. He was fighting on Sunday, because of Aussie times.
I mean, I was definitely on the whole train of like he's a joke to boxing, and he's a joke and he's embarrassing for boxing and all that kind of shit. But to be fair, like he has brought a lot of attention to boxing, which you can't really be mad at. Although he's picking his fights very carefully. He's still yet to fight an actual boxer. But I mean, he's getting people talking. You know what I mean? Like fair play, really. But he's still a divvy. And fucking, he needs to fight a boxer. When he does start fighting boxers, he will get burst.
No, it is, right?
But I mean, fair play to him, you know what I mean?
He's not a fought boxer yet, mate. And I would no way call you a boxer. But I put it to Jake Paul that he fights you.
I tell you what, I would.
Yeah, call him out, go on. And the camera, go on. No. Give him what you say, like Big John Fury.
I tell you what though, I would take that $1 million where he offered fucking Tommy Fury.
100%.
Tommy Fury said, oh, for a fight of this calibre.
I know, but it's fucking... I know,
but how much... Island and he's a YouTuber. Do you know what I mean? It's hardly fucking Fury Wilder or something, or Fury AJ, is it?
No.
For a fight of this calibre. He's never made $1 million in his career yet, so why would he say no?
Has he not?
Well, I don't think his purses will have been that big, just yet, I don't think.
I have no idea what he is.
Paul said, I'll offer you $1 million, and that's 4 times the biggest purse you've had so far. Sorry, go on.
No, I kind of agree with Tommy Fury, because although $1 million to me and you is fucking out of this world, I think Tommy Fury to fight Jake Paul, all of Jake Paul's fights have brought in fucking any amount more than that, you know what I mean? So he deserves fucking a lot more than that. And they're saying, nah, that's he'd be a mug to take it.
I do get that, and that was my initial thought when I watched that video. However, like Fury's been saying, oh, it doesn't matter what the money is, I'll fight you any day, any time. Well, just fight him then.
Fight him in the car.
Just fight him, just fight him, beat him, and like show him up or whatever you want to do. But I think he would beat him, like. But
I think any boxer would beat Jake Paul. Like, did he even beat? I've only seen the Woodley fight once, but did he even beat fucking Woodley? Like, I don't know, me. Like, Woodley fucking rattled him and he punched him with the ring. If the ropes were in there, he would have been fucking fleeing.
It definitely shows that MMA fighters aren't necessarily the best boxers.
They look uncomfortable, don't they?
And like, you can understand because they are limited. Like, they've got a lot more tools, haven't they, when they get in the cage? And that they're very limited.
They're on the tools, the lads.
We're on the Joe Rogan podcast now. But then when they get in the boxing ring, they're obviously very limited. And they're not used to boxing, you know what I mean? Like, with someone who's...
They look a bit weird actually, don't they? With the boxing shorts and their gloves and that. They look daft.
And when you've got someone who's trained primarily in boxing and all that, they're obviously going to be... Not better, because I wouldn't say he was a better boxer, because he's not a good boxer, Jake Paul, but just maybe he's a bit more boxing experienced, savvy or whatever. But I think with that fight, what's he called, Tyrone Woodley, he didn't really open up and throw big combinations. Like when he caught him a few times and then just like stepped off. He should have just like kept going or something.
I thought fucking Woodley was chasing him with the ring though.
He was.
It was constantly him.
But then he didn't throw any punches for the first 3 rounds.
Wait, that's what Woodley started doing that, you know, towards the end of his UFC career. He's got a lethal career in the UFC, but towards the end, I remember once I think we were doing the farm work at the time, and everyone went up that bar that we weren't allowed to get. What was it? The stump.
Stump, aye.
Everyone went there and everyone was like buzzing for the Woodley. I think it was Wonder Boy in that. I think it was Stephen Thompson. And everyone was buzzing to go and watch that. And I got there, all buzzing for the fight now. Main event come on, and I think there was about 2 punches thrown the whole fight. It was fucking shit. But that's what Woodley started doing, like
just wasn't.
He is a mad dog.
What do you reckon that is? Just being extra careful.
I don't know.
Or just like.
Maybe
I know sometimes like it
respect for each fighter.
It does take like sometimes in boxing, especially, and sometimes in MMA, it takes them a couple of rounds to warm up. In the first few rounds, sometimes, especially in big like title fights, not a lot happens, and sometimes in the earlier rounds. But then you'll see by like round 3-4, they really get warmed up and they feel comfortable in that, and then they start being themselves a bit. But maybe it's nice one. Maybe it's that, or maybe it's something else. Fuck knows.
What a tune this is.
Anyways.
Aye, but I thought and Woodley wants to fight the cunt again. Like, did he get that tattoo?
I don't know.
I think that just died, didn't it? But he did say he was going to get the tattoo. You want to fight him again, so.
But I think Tommy Fury should have said yes. I'll take the fight, £1 million. And then showed him up and got £1 million, you know what I mean? For fighting the fucking YouTuber, like.
But what would that, if he beat Jake Paul, what would that even do for his career?
He would be the person that shut Jake Paul up. You know? Like everyone in the MMA world and Dana White and them fucking hate him. It would put his fucking status up a bit, like I would say. If you beat Jake Paul, who's this fucking hot YouTube fucking divvy.
But then what do you think of a boxer to be like?
You'd not be.
I think he's a bit of a fucking joke anyway, or what you done like fucking 40 YouTuber, that's it, that's all day. But I'm not. If he doesn't fight Tommy Fury, maybe he'll fight Anderson Silva.
It's like WWF, isn't it, man?
It is like anyone that gets involved with Jake Paul, it's like a bit of a mockery, like.
But like I say, it's like.
But then look at the paydays they're getting, so then he moves
more. A bit fucking. It's probably brought a lot of attention to boxing. You know what I mean? Like I say, like we're sitting here chatting with him now, so fuck it all. What about Holyfield's fight?
Hard to watch, innit? Honestly, it was like watching. Maybe it's me. It was hot.
I remember
it was like fucking when he swung that dig and missed and he went out the ring. Like Jesus Christ!
And I felt really bad for him because
it was hard to watch.
Holyfield is like one of the best heavyweight boxers of all times, an absolute god.
And the other lad,
it's sad to see like
he was jumping a boot like he just fucking burst Tyson.
Vito Belfort, he was a tool and all.
He was a fucking tool in front of the
juice. He came out like boom, blasting him on him. Like you think with these exhibitions, like everyone knows it's like just for show. Like all these old fighters are gonna make a bit coin and all that, and he just came out, put him away, didn't he?
The black ones.
58-year-old man, like fuck me, man.
Fair play, come down.
You want to put him away?
No, fucking Holyfield getting in there.
In the fight?
Way high?
Aye. But
maybe he needed
the Tyson said
maybe he needed the money. What's he doing in
I know, that's the thing, that's another sad thing. Like, why are the boxers of this calibre, like pure legends, haven't they like come out of retirement and have these exhibition fights for money, like, what they're doing with the money, like, it's actually a thing, like, I was reading something the other day where, like, it's quite common for, like, boxers, even at the highest level, probably, like, MMA fighters and that, and all that, like, when their career's over, like, that's all they've done, they've been training and fighting since they were kids, so when they've got no trade, they've got no, like, investments, some of them haven't spent their money wisely in that, so when they leave boxing, they're like...
And now Evander Holyfield's cutting a book with fucking a half a lug.
They need to put like a union together or something where these like.
But that's another good thing because Jake Paul and Nigel fucking tit. But look at the fucking look what he's actually doing. Like he's bringing cunts in fucking massive pay packets. He is.
Aye.
So.
What did Woodley get paid?
I couldn't tell you.
I bet it was quite big.
Oh yeah, it was. Like that Jake Paul was saying it was his biggest fucking paycheck ever, and that's probably why Woodley was itching to get a tattoo and take the second one.
It's mad the world we live in, man. If you could have told me 2 years ago that there was going to be this COVID outbreak, we're going to be in lockdown for the best part of 2 years, and that's going to be fucking the legends fighting YouTubers, I would have told you to fuck off.
I reckon McGregor started all that.
Eh?
No, I reckon McGregor started all that, carry on.
Well, I did, I.
Because when he fought Mayweather, that just showed that anyone can fight anyone kind of thing. And that wasn't anyone, obviously, two of the Mayweathers.
That was actually a good fight, you know. I think now we've seen more MMA fighters try and fight boxers.
I agree.
Looking back at that fight,
he didn't do bad. He didn't do bad at all. When even McGregor looked after with the big gloves on.
I did.
He fucking rocked the show though.
He done alright though, I thought he done alright, mate.
He rocked the fucking show.
How did that end? Did he get stopped again or was it?
It didn't get in the full, it didn't get in the full. I remember I was in Brisbane at the time and I was fucking wounded. It was like minty out.
I was in Melbourne.
A couple of...
Anytime Monster and Pepper.
Anytime McGregor fought, it's not so much the same anymore at the minute, and he could probably get back to that if he puts his mind to it. And then now the last fight he fought Poirier and fucking broke his fucking foot, which was a nightmare. But like maybe it's like 3 years ago, if McGregor was fighting, it was a full day out. There should have been a bank holiday for the fucker.
I know. It's a funny one, that like, but his ego is like out of control. Like they see he done that baseball thing the other day.
I did.
He's put loads of memes trying to compare it to like, because 50 Cent done it a few years ago now.
50 Cent.
50 Cent fucked it up as well. And then he like for no reason he started calling on 50 Cent saying mine was better than yours. And
did he actually?
Well, he was just saying why are people comparing me to that? Mine was much better, and honestly, you can't compare me to the power I've got and all that shit.
Did he actually?
I'm thinking, who do you think you're? Kind of thing. Like he's obviously like.
It was for a laugh, wasn't it?
It was for a laugh.
He wasn't trying to like.
He's been getting hurt off though, and he like people begging him on the internet. So he's getting hurt off.
For fuck's sake!
Put a post on.
Didn't talk too much. McGregor, you'd be trying to boast.
Put it with a comment about this long. I read the first lines. I was like, yeah. He's just like his ego's through the fucking scale, innit?
He's fucking.
But I don't know. I was quite hopeful McGregor was going to make a big comeback and go through the division like he said he was.
But the thing is,
now he came back against Cowboy, like fucking annihilated him, didn't he, in seconds? And I thought, oh, here we go, he's going to be on a streak here. But then COVID happened, didn't it? And he didn't fight again for fucking ages.
He fought Poirier and got burst, and then but the second time. But then the thing is, he did well. He just got fucking chinned.
He was doing alright. Do you think he was doing alright in the second fight, the one that was like early last year?
Aye.
He was doing alright.
And then he got the thing. He said it didn't happen, but it did happen. He got his leg snapped. He got his leg checked, didn't he? And then he snapped his fucking foot.
That's it.
But I would love to see him. You know, like, I'm the first one. I'm the first one to say nah, because it always depends. I didn't like the way he gets on in there. I thought the way he went on with Khabib was a fucking disaster, mate. Like, you can't be fucking saying them things. Like, Khabib's one of, if not the best ever, you know what I mean? And obviously,
can't argue with that.
Obviously, everyone says, oh, he's boring to watch and all that, but at the end of the day, it's a fight, and he wins.
He wins the fight, and that's it.
So, if it was a game of tennis and someone was playing golf...
Like, I haven't seen that. I watched the fight back. He did, like, obviously beat McGregor quite well, but McGregor had his moments in that fight still.
Remember what doing PM watching that?
I did,
We just came back. Actually, that must have been round about this time 3 years ago.
Okay,
must have been. Because me and Lillard just came back 3 years ago, didn't they?
Aye.
What we got in there then? Aye. Oh, I don't know.
We'll cut that bit. Where should we go next? We fight now there, wouldn't we?
Well, that's what I was talking about. Aye, fighting, aye.
Fucking no, we're nearly 30 minutes, you know.
Oh, actually.
Aye.
There you go.
There you go. Got to set the camera a bit in a way.
No, right, so I don't know, so we've got the Jake Paul who've done that. What do you reckon?
Travels will be a nice one to talk about.
Travels?
Do you reckon we should
Wait, you been
stop
there?
it now because it's going to stop in like a minute anyway.
Aye.
So should we just,
And we'll
rather
drop
than starting a conversation and then having to stop it, we'll
Aye.
just pause it now and we'll go for a tab there.
Aye, on.
Buying time,
Aye.
9 o'clock.
I can't believe that. Smashed it. We'll talk about something else next.
Oh yeah, I didn't press record.
Yeah.
I did. How do I stop it though? Cass, how do I stop the recording?
This hasn't recorded.
Is it not?
Aye.
How do I stop the recording, yeah?